this year that really helped us to kind of keep light spirits and just keep the season a little bit more fun.
You always think about kickers and guys who have to speak in front of a massive audience because you're sitting in one thing and you're doing this, and people are nervous about public speaking. You have to shut everything out when you go and talk to a large crowd. Kickers, in your moment, you have big moments where you have to shut everything out. They're going to call timeout and try to freeze you and all these different things. What do you do to quiet your mind and just think about the goalposts?
I think that you just try and put one thing in your mind before you go out on the field. You just try and focus on one aspect of your process, and just continue to put that in your mind and let that be the only thing that you think about. I think that that'll help you to just kind of keep a one-track mind, to just have that keyword, whatever it may be, that's going to help you focus on what you need to focus on during your routine and during your process. And if someone tries to call a timeout, it's just more time for you to just repeat that word over in your head and just reinforce it. And then once you get back out on the field and when you get ready to take your kick, after that you just kind of let everything go. Just trust that your body and your muscle memory is going to take over and do its thing.
I've always wondered about icing the kick. To me, if you're just going to sit there and wait to kick all day, it just means you got to wait a little bit more, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the general idea of it. I mean, we're already waiting for, it could be 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time between we get an opportunity. So, I don't think that there's much of a difference between 20 minutes and 20 minutes and 30 seconds. The difference, I think, becomes very negligible at that point. But sometimes if it's into the half, and you don't have any other use for the timeouts because they're lining up for it with 3 or 4 seconds left. You're not going to get another chance. You might as well just to see what happens, I suppose.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Rodrigo, what was the biggest kick so far in your Georgia career? Was it the Rose Bowl, or was there another one that stands out most to you?
I think that 51-yarder in overtime in the national championship later in that season. I think that's probably the biggest one I've had so far in terms of significance and impact on a game.
Is there really that big of a difference in kicking in a dome as it relates to kicking outside, or is that just something people like to talk about?
I think there's a little bit of a difference just because you take the elements out of it when you play inside. You don't have any wind, you don't have any rain, you don't have any cold to kind of make the air heavier, which would hurt your ball flight and everything. So you don't really have to worry about any of that stuff. So I think that kicking inside, is a little bit advantageous for kickers just because you don't have to combat the elements. You can just go out and do your thing and trust that the ball flight that you're going to have is a true reflection of how you're hitting the ball that day.
How have you grown as a kicker working with Kevin Butler earlier in your career and then all the way until now? You had a strong leg in high school, obviously, but what have you gotten better at kicking?
I think that Coach Butler has really helped not just me, but all the specialists that that he's been able to work with here with just kind of the mental game. I mean, he's played on the biggest stages you could possibly imagine at every level. He's played in big time games with Georgia, played in the Super Bowl, obviously, in his rookie season with the Bears. So, he's been there and done that, and so there isn't a question that he can't answer about a big time game or how you handle how you handle things, how you process things during the game. And so he's really helped me to just work on kind of my post kick process, I guess you could say, just learning about how to evaluate yourself more objectively and kind of not beat yourself up so much because you're going to get more opportunities later in the game. You might have to go right back out there on the field 30 seconds later because your defense gets a pick six and you got to go out and kick an extra point, another kickoff. So he's really helped with me and all of our specialists with our mental preparation, and I think that that's been huge for our success in recent years.